up, Kaya family? It is Sydney. I am your host of Bridging the Gap, the Now at Home edition. It's just another lovely day here in quarantine at the Kaya headquarters. We hope you're safe and you're doing well. Our guest today, because we're not going to let anything stop us, the music on the internet is flowing, and we've got a brand new release from the one, the only, the Ohio reggae rockers, Rockstead, and they are talking about their new album, You're in Control. So go ahead. How have you guys been? It's been so long, unfortunately. I wish we were in Freak Stop, doing all these fun things. Tell me, how have you guys been? And then tell me a little bit about how you came about the new album, You're in Control.
What's up, guys? My name is Jake Riley, and I play lead guitar and bass and backup vocals.
What's up? I'm Nate Anucci.
Yo, it's JJ Sachs.
What's up, the Kaya, Sidney, Eric, everybody. It's so good to hear from you guys. I am Jake Burns, your friendly neighborhood frontman of Rockstead, and we are super stoked to have released our first studio album, You're in Control. Dropped on September 18th, and we hope you guys are digging it.
It is so nice to see all of your beautiful faces. I am giving you guys the biggest social distanced cyber hug possible. I want to go ahead, you know me. I want to just jump right in and talk about the brand new single, came out not too long ago, Distractions, with the lovely James from Tropidelic. So I want to talk about how that single came to be and how you guys got James involved.
Yeah, so our song Distractions, I wrote that a couple years ago at this point, and it's really about the evils of commercialism and these materialistic standards that our society has shoved upon us, all these ads and all this expensive living stuff that people think they need to raise their status in the world, or for people to even accept them, or even, as far as body shaming. I mentioned kind of plastic surgery, people getting a new face just to fit in, and all that is bullshit. And this whole song is about how, I or you shouldn't let any of that distract you. You should just continue your path of love and live your life the way, that makes you happy, not based off of what the media or, other people tell you you're supposed to be. So that's pretty much the gist of it. James came in. We have been playing shows with Trop since Rockstead started, being Ohio boys. Trop was always passing through Cincinnati and Dayton, and we were opening up shows for them. So we had a little bit of a relationship there, and I just reached out to James and I was like, hey man, we got this song, would love for you to feature on it. And he was super stoked about it, and he actually went above and beyond what we asked of him, and his feature part is super dope now, so I'm glad we could get him on there.
One of the many things that I love about Rockstead and your guys' songwriting is how empowering the lyrics are, and that really is showcased, in this track, and there's so much passion that goes behind it. The other thing that I love about you guys is how you guys get to go through all these different styles, through heavy rock, and then you do some jazzy saxophone solos, and everything's super punk, and then ska, and then you go right back to roots reggae, and it's just really incredible to watch. So tell me about how you guys kind of, what vision do you have for the new album, and how it kind of came to be what it is right now?
Well, the great thing about our band is that we all come from different musical backgrounds, and we all have our own unique styles that we like to play. So we really made sure to take advantage of the different strengths we each had individually when we were working on each of the tracks of this album. We didn't want to make it sound forced. We wanted to have more of a cohesive blend of, different styles on each individual track, and not try to make it sound like we were trying to, have 10 different styles throughout each song, which, can work, but we were trying to make each track sound more along the lines of what we were trying to, portray lyrically as well.
Yeah, so the new album really just came from me having a bunch of songs ready to go. I mean, Rockstead hadn't released a full album since 2017, and since then we went through all these member changes, and didn't really have a steady base to record music, and I've just been writing and writing and writing, so I had all these backlogged songs that were ready to go. So it was time.
You guys really do have such an easy breezy, fun. Everything is just an entirely like free-spirited experience. At least that's what I experience when I listen to your music. I know, however, all of that hard work, all those songs that you have written, it does not come easily. None of this comes easily, and you guys really put in a lot of hard work. And I know with the recording process, it's kind of a lot of the behind the scenes. Everyone sees the song, when it's put out, but what really goes into that process? How many hurdles do you have to jump over to get to that finish line? That golden moment where everyone gets to, experience it, but they need to know the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into this. So what kind of obstacles, did you guys face, in the past recording this album?
So where do I begin with the obstacles? I would say that probably the biggest one was that we lost our lead guitarist before the album was complete. We were about halfway done, and our guitarist left the band. We had to find somebody else. So that was probably the biggest one. I'd say another one was for the track "You're in Control." We tried to do another guest verse, and Jake hit up 5 or 6 people maybe, and nobody got back to him. So he just said screw it and wrote a verse himself. So those are a couple things.
For me, a couple obstacles that I noticed mainly was, we all live in different areas. I even live in a different state than these guys. And so one of the big obstacles was not necessarily getting together to record, but knowing that the time we had together was limited. So when we were recording, we had to get shit done. It wasn't just like, oh, well, we'll come back next week. It was like, we have 3 days of studio time. Let's knock it out.
Definitely. This music is not easy, okay? And distance is not only the biggest obstacle probably, usually, but in this, state of the world, it is more of a key factor now than ever. But you guys managed to make it work, and we love that we have new music to look forward to because everyone wants some good, good news on the horizon. So I'm so glad you guys are out there hustling despite everything, coming your way. I want to kind of get a little nitty gritty on the song. So Freedom on the Line is a new song on the album. It's got a great island rootsy sound, and it's got a little homage to the great Peter Tosh. So, with how meaningful the song is and the lyrics are, can you tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind it?
Yeah, so Freedom on the Line, main inspiration for that tune came from living in Ohio, unfortunately. At the time that I wrote that, Ohio was like the number 4 state for opiate overdose deaths. And, Ohio is just huge for opiate addiction. That shit was everywhere. And, I've always been favorable to cannabis and, especially the medicinal uses of it. And a lot of the time, especially with pain management, where people are getting prescribed all these opiates for pain management, cannabis can take the place of that with little to no side effects. And it's still such a taboo thing, even now in 2020. Things have gotten much better over the past 5 to 10 years, but in my opinion, cannabis can fix a lot of the issues that opiates are causing, but people just don't take the time to educate themselves on what it can do and what it is, and it just has this gateway drug cloud over it, and that's just not the case anymore. People are waking up a little bit, but that's kind of where the inspiration for that song came. And there's a couple of opiate addictions that were fairly close to me in my life, and yeah, this song is just kind of meant to shine a light on that and to, inform people that there's another option. And yeah, a little Peter Tosh homage in there. Had to get that shout out. So yeah, and honestly, I started playing that song on my loop pedal as a solo gig, and I was doing all these harmonies and stuff, like guitarmonies as I like to say. And then when I brought it to the band, JJ took off with that, and we had Seth Johnson come in, and they did a whole horn part, and it turned out fucking great. So hope you guys like that one.
Now, I want to kind of like showcase a couple tunes because I've been moving and grooving quite literally to songs like Groove and Dance Jam, and they're all about music and connecting with people through the vibrations, the movements. And so, I gotta know, I feel like you guys, out of everybody, you guys got some moves, I mean, obviously. So tell me, do you got any signature dance moves?
So any funny dance moves, I'm not, much of a dancer, but I feel like with music, it's in your soul, and you just start to feel it, and you just start to move, and you just don't know. Like, sometimes you just don't know what's happening, just let it out, bring it around down, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you're going to have to come to a show to find out if I have any secret dance moves. I'm not giving them away here.
I call this one me at a music festival.
Oh, dude. They used to call me McDance Pants in high school. Yeah. Maybe I'd give him one of these. Macarena. Or maybe like one of these, Or maybe like one of these. You gotta get it like that. Or maybe like one of these. Yeah. I had a few.
Okay, I am McLovin McDance Pants. Look, I'm actually a little bit, I feel like, I usually am the dancing queen, but man, I feel like once all of this, stuff is over, we can even have a social distance dance battle. I just feel like we've gotta, because you are in a league of your own. I love it. All right, back to business. And speaking of, I'll be back, what is the best advice that you've ever seen? Because your song I'll Be Back, it really kind of resonates. It's very relatable. I feel like we've always been in a spot at one point in our lives that we needed some sort of some clarity, and you kind of look back into certain places you've been and certain things in your past, and you reflect on it. And I think that's what I did when I heard this song, but I kind of want to hear your perspective. So what do you got?
I would have to go with the best advice would be from my father. He said, never pass up anything free or a chance to go to the bathroom.
My wise father once said, never pet a burning dog. Nah, I'm just kidding. I had a guitar teacher once. His name was Kurt Benton. One time he told me, he was like, always keep your guitar out on a stand. He's like, if you tuck it away in its case, you're never going to want to get it out and set it up and practice. But if you leave them on a stand or hanging on the wall or something, every time you walk by, you'll just pick it up and you'll sit down and play it. That was some pretty good advice.
Next song, Rise, which comes fully equipped with face-melting guitar solos. And I cannot get enough of face-shredding guitar solos. I need to know, especially people that have never picked up a guitar before, I mean, it seems so out of this world, inhuman. How do you go about writing something like that? It's insane. I gotta know.
I have no idea how long that took to write. Rise is actually an old song that we self-recorded probably in like 2014, but I want to say it took like a night to write it. But yeah, we re-recorded it with all the new guys and slapped it on the new album just because we all really enjoy playing that song, and it's a banger when we play it live, and thought it could use a little refurbishing, so that's what we did.
You know, it's always nice to dust off some old songs hidden in the vault. Those are honestly probably some of the best hidden gems, and I love it when they get to make it to their full glory in an actual, you know, EP or album, and they get their chance to shine, and that is exactly what that song did. Now, you have such a versatility in the styles of your songs on this album, and you're in control, which is, you know, the title of the project. So I feel like this, you know, it deserves a lot of spotlight, especially in this time where young kids are a little probably confused and a little unsure, and they're braving this whole new world, and everything is kind of uncertain, but it can have an effect on mental health, and I think that was a really big takeaway, and a relatable part of this song, at least to me, with that. And I think now more than ever, people need some good, encouraging words. And do you have any, you know, good, you know, uplifting thoughts and things to say to these kids who are sitting here, maybe a little unsure and a little lost, you know, maybe, and you know, need a little helping hand? So
The best piece of advice I can say is, you know, harness your craft and do your best at being yourself, and be aware of the art that surrounds you, and never forget where you come from.
You know, times are tough. It kind of sucks for everybody, really, but I think, you know, what I would say is find what makes you happy. Find that hobby, you know, find that activity, find what makes you happy, and spend as much time as you can doing it and perfecting it and making something out of it that you're proud of. I mean, for me personally, what's helped me through some of my hardest times in life has been focusing on my goals, my personal goals, my musical goals, like whatever it is I'm working on. If I can channel that energy, whether it's, you know, sad or happy or whatever, if I can channel that energy into my project or like what I'm working on, that usually helps me realize that I'm still moving forward, even though times are trying to hold us down, hold us back. So find that thing and give it your all. Don't let anybody tell you any different.
it's fantastic that music really gets to bring people together. Whether it's online or in person, it doesn't matter. You know, there is such an open world, a clean slate that you get to have. And though we can't do it together, at least we get to still have, you know, the ability to connect and to spread this, you know, positive, you know, message and love and everything. Now, I know that music isn't everything that you guys do. Obviously, we have a lot of time on our hands. So, what kind of side projects have you guys been getting into when you're not playing music? You know, give us a little, you know, deep dish on the outside part of your lives.
So basically, I've just been staying at home, playing music around the house, you know, hanging out with the family and trying to stay safe and positive through all this. And yeah, you know, just doing the best I can.
Man, it's the first summer in probably 3 or 4 years that we haven't been on the road playing a bunch of shows, so it's been weird, but I started whitewater raft guiding, so that's been pretty sweet. No side projects really, but I play a lot of solo gigs around Asheville, so trying to stay busy and play when I can, but just mostly trying to stay outside.
So how cool is it to be a whitewater rafting guide? I can only imagine the amount of excitement. Me in comparison, I've been whitewater rafting down my couch every single day. My guilty pleasures have literally been on the screen. If I'm not on the computer talking to people, I'm trying to, you know, see what's out there. Netflix is an intense wormhole that I've been getting into. Now, to feel better about myself, please tell me some quarantine guilty pleasures you guys have had.
Getting drunk.
Quarantine guilty pleasures. I totally binge watched Tiger King, not gonna lie. And me and my girlfriend got some chickens, and they're really fun to hang out with. And we also tried to go viral there for a second. Chicken King, look it up. It's gold. Watch it about 2 million times for us, please and thank you.
All right. Short, sweet, simple, to the point. If you're getting drunk, I hope you're doing it responsibly. But I think that I'm going to go ahead and start Googling Chicken King right now, as you guys should as well. So I know that maybe live shows are a very near, possibly far distant possibility. What songs, once we finally get to be in the same space together, are you looking forward to most to playing live?
Well, I'm definitely looking forward to playing Freedom on the Line more than any other track on the album, personally.
I'm looking forward to playing You're in Control. That song freaking bumps, and the guitar harmonies are hot shit, and I think people are really going to like that one. I think that's going to be a banger.
Well, I can promise you this, no matter what song is playing, you will find me front row, if needed 6 feet back, but dancing my gosh darn heart out. I can promise you that. I have so much pent up energy right now, I could literally explode. And songs like Groove and Dance Jam, they'll get me there. I know that. I know it. So I know that things are a little hush-hush. You know, if we're not seeing it online, we don't know about it. But I want Kaya to get the Kaya exclusive. So do you have any future music goals or juicy music gossip that you can tell me? Because honestly, I gotta know. I need to know everything. Tell me.
I would say my biggest goal at this point is to play a show. I'm so bored. I just want to get out and play a show. That's all I want.
Yeah, so future goals, obviously get back out on the road. That is a little out of our control, I guess, but you know, once that starts back up, we were talking about heading out west. We really want to get out to Cali and, you know, mingle with some of those bands. We want to start doing more collaborations. You know, over the past year, we've played with a lot of cool new bands, and, you know, we want to get them involved into what we're doing and spread the love. In terms of music gossip, we got a whole catalog of songs that are ready to go that we need to get into the studio and record. So there will not be another 3-year wait for a Rockstead album. We have a ton of new music that we are super stoked to record and get out to you guys as soon as possible. So really don't sleep on us. We got some new things in the works, and yeah, stay tuned for that.
Well, we have our eyes on the prize right alongside you guys. It's been so amazing to see you guys progress and blossom and to listen to this new album, You're in Control. We want to make sure it is as easy and seamless as possible to get new fans, old fans to find this album, where to stream, where to listen, and where to stay up to date with anything and everything Rockstead. So shout out those socials so everyone can be in the know.
Yeah, guys, get at us on Facebook. Follow us on Instagram at Rockstead Music. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Find us on YouTube. We're going to be posting videos on there. We started a text to subscribe chain. So if you text Rockstead to 312-487-3550, you guys will join our mailing list, and we're going to be pushing a bunch of exclusive content to people who are only signed up there. Check out our Facebook fan group called Stead Muffins. So join the Stead Muffin group for some more exclusive content. And to purchase the new album, just head to our merch store at our website, rocksteadband.com. You guys can get physical CDs from our merch store, and you get a free digital download of the album if you buy a t-shirt or like whatever, any kind of item from our store. The physical CDs have 2 bonus tracks on them, so a little more incentive to snag one of those. But yeah, guys, we're out there all over the interwebs. Follow us on Spotify and you know, hope you guys are enjoying the new music and streaming it. So can't wait to see you guys live. Peace.
Hey everybody, thanks for watching. Check out our new album and we hope we see you soon.
Well, thanks for coming to check in on us. We really hope you enjoyed the new album. Peace.
Thank you so much for having me, guys. I cannot wait to get back out and play some music for you. Can't wait to see everybody again. Much love.
Thank you guys so much. You do not know how much it means to me to get to see you guys, even though it's through a lens. It is fantastic to catch up with you and see how well you are doing and to hear all this new music. That is the best part of this whole quarantine, is looking forward to new music. And I'm so glad you got a lot locked away, ready, and loaded for us to enjoy in the near distant future. Maybe we can have a show sometime soon. We'll see. But in the meantime, go ahead. Follow everything. We'll have everything in the description. And then you heard it from Jake, the man himself. You better go ahead and subscribe to that text line. Get all the information. Get everything up to date. And they got a lot of sweet goodies for you. So I don't know why you're not heading to their website right this very second, to be very honest with you. And if you haven't, the brand new album just came out. You're in control. That's why we're all here, and that is why we are all really in a great mood, you know, us and Rockstead. So please support them. Without you guys, I mean, really, especially now, we really wouldn't be anywhere. I really don't know. So go ahead, follow everything, pre-save, download, do anything you can. Go ahead, and if you're feeling it, if you like it, I don't know, but I think you should go ahead and subscribe to the Kaya Media, our YouTube channel. YouTube.com/the Media has everything you need and more. I promise you, we're in quarantine, but we're not letting it stop us. We've got a bunch of at-home editions hopefully coming your way. We want to go ahead and keep the music flowing. That's what keeps us, you know, moving. I hope it keeps you grooving too. So, you know what, hang out with us. Go ahead, subscribe, send a like, send a share. Do whatever you need to do. Tell your mamas, tell your papas, tell your cousins. I don't know, tell your friend, the person you met 2 minutes ago. That would be fantastic. You know, because without you guys, like I said, we wouldn't be anywhere, and we appreciate everything. We appreciate you, Rockstead. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And until next time, Kaya family, it's your girl Sid. Good
For man so loved himself, he never offered any help. It's too easy to just sit around and not complain, but buried underneath the rap of these, the will to change. They say that nature takes us right and the other than the right. That's the case, it makes us light up.